Welcome to another episode of the Rhythm of the Road podcast. This podcast is not just about the journey, but also about the growth, transformation, and self-discovery that comes with life on the proverbial road. Grab a cup of joe, buckle up, and let's embark on a journey of self-discovery, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Let's get rolling.
Welcome to the next episode, Defeating Your Creative Blocks. I'm going to show you how. Not even show you, but tell you. Because that's what we got today. So many of us spend so much time trying to create things, whether it's for content, whether it's for inspiration, whether it's for our creative genius. But so many times we sit there in a moment of, it just has to be inspired, or I have to have this awe moment, or it only comes in times of like complete silence or complete this or that. What if you could defeat that? What if you could have those things happen more often and actually have them be more powerful and more impactful? Here's one simple way to make that happen. And to tell you that, I need to give you a little snapshot in time of what's going on with our weather right now. In Minnesota, today is February 1st when I'm recording this episode, so it's still February of 2024. It's like 50 degrees today, which is like 60 to 70 degrees warmer than normal. Well, conversely, down south, Texas, Florida, that whole area, it's increasingly more cold than it has been recently, or than normal, whatever normal is. And the one thing that happens a lot of times down there is because homes aren't built or businesses aren't built to withstand extreme cold weather like they are up here. You know, they get broken water pipes and they have issues with freezing and all of the things that come with extreme cold weather that they're just not built for down there. So here's one little hack. Leave your faucet on as just a drip. Let it just drip. And yes, it will feel like Chinese water torture, but just leave the room and you'll be okay. But as you let that faucet drip, it's keeping those pipes open, it's keeping things moving through it all the time, and you'll have less likelihood that that's going to happen, where you're going to have a pipe burst or something freeze, or you're not going to be able to have warm water for your shower. Unless you take cold showers, then I guess you're going to be just fine. But think about that as you're keeping your home safe. Now, what does that really have to do with defeating your creative blocks? Well, here it is. What I want you to do is think about what is one small, tiny drip of a thing that you can do every single day to improve that muscle called your brain, which is moldable, which is buildable, which is learnable, which allows you to grow and push through things and learn through things. Pick one thing every day that you can do to get better at whatever that skill is. So here's one thing that I tell a lot of songwriters to do is write one lyric line every single day. It doesn't have to connect to yesterday. It doesn't even have to be the same subject line. It can take you 5 minutes. It can take you 5 seconds, and then you can just be done with it. But what you're doing is you're allowing your brain to engage that creative moment every single day. So if we're going to take the idea of a songwriter writing a lyric every day, what about a content creator making a 30-second video every day? You can take these phones, record your episode for 30 seconds or content or whatever. Just do that. You don't have to post it. You don't have to do anything with it. You could just have the practice of getting on video and speaking into it 30 seconds a day. You're gonna get better. Then it's going to open up your mind after a period of time to have more of those inspiring moments, to have more motivation to actually do the thing. And then when it comes, you can really dive into it even more. It makes it actually more powerful, but you've been training your brain all the way along the way. And so it gives you opportunities to continue to make impact in whatever your creative genius is. It gives you more business ideas. I meet with somebody weekly and we joke that like every time that we're on a call, like we come up with a brand new business idea. I get on a weekly call with somebody and we joke every time that every time we're on a call, we come up with a brand new business idea. Well, that doesn't happen unless you've continued to have those weekly conversations with that person. You become in sync. You start to think similarly and bring your strengths together and have an opportunity to push and pull on if you have a weakness or not. And then you can brainstorm these ideas. Now, are they all good ideas? I don't know. I mean, we think they're good. Does it mean they're actionable ideas? Not necessarily, but that's not the goal. The goal isn't to come up with the most amazing, life changing, $1 million or $1 billion business idea every single week. The idea is they just come to us and we come up with these ideas and we spit them out. And sometimes we're like, let's just let that one like simmer for a little bit in the pot and see what happens. It might fizzle out. Or, okay, well, that was hilarious. And we could share that with our friends or our family or our colleagues as something we joke about, but would probably never do anything with. And then every once in a while, you're going to come across that idea that's like, okay, that might be worth investing some time or putting a little research into, or like, hey, let's make an intentional meeting about that. And so that are those more inspired or more in-depth motivation or like creative moments in the business space, because we've continued to do that weekly meeting, connecting, having those conversations, right? So you have those opportunities, and the way you can continue to defeat those creative blocks is continue to have those continuous interactions, those intentional skill builders, or those intentional opportunities to push out the piece of content, to create a lyric line, to write a melody, to come up with a business brainstorm idea. It doesn't have to be great. Like I said, it just needs to be that the fact that you're doing it, and the act of doing it and showing up all the time is going to train that brain and build that muscle and give you those opportunities as you move forward and you grow. So here's something that I would love for you to try this week or this next month. Pick something that you want to grow, or a space where you feel like there's a creative block, and pick that one thing. And then maybe share in the comments below, or share on Facebook and make sure to tag Rhythm of the Road podcast. What are the things that you decided to try and do? Or what were the brainstorms you came up with? Or what were the ideas that came of your conversations of a weekly medium? Or what came of your brainstorming ideas that you decided to do on a daily basis? I would love to hear about them. More people can learn from them. And then everybody has the opportunity to grow even more. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for investing in you. Thank you for investing in this podcast. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, do the things. Share this with other people. People are probably going to get benefit from it. And if not, you can share it as your one thing to do. That's your creative idea today of sharing some news or sharing something that's good. Again, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you ding the little bell and make sure that you get the notifications every time a new podcast episode hits, which is Tuesday mornings, every Tuesday morning, 5 a.m. We're going to drop it right here. So thank you, and I'll see you down the road.
Thanks for cruising with me on this episode of Rhythm of the Road. Remember, the journey itself is the destination. Until next time, keep the rhythm flowing, and we'll see you down the road.